Hello. Hi, everyone. How is everyone today? I feel like I need to quickly run and get water, but I'm not. I'm going to stay still. I'm going to wait. How is everyone? My name is Sharda Lambert, also known as Nanny Sharz. If this is your first time watching my live, hi. Welcome to the Gem Zone. I am a international nanny and childcare expert of 17 years. Hello, guys, coming in. And I am here to share my expert tips with you every Wednesday. But I do have a few announcements at the beginning, so I need to let you know. So my Instagram lives are going to be until the end of March. Hi, they're going to be until the end of March, and the reason why that is because I am taking on a lot of work, and I'm getting super busy, and I'm not going to be able to dedicate myself to Instagram lives every Wednesday because when you work for high profile people, there's a lot of last minute changes, and I just don't want to, commit to something that I know I might not be able to always make. So this will be one of the last Instagram lives, but it's only for March. I'm going to do it to the end of March, because I've got everything booked up already. But from April, there won't be any Nanny Shards lives anymore. But you can follow my YouTube channel, which is Nanny Shards, youtube.com/Nanny Shards. And I will be posting on there very regularly, at least once or twice a week. So I'll be doing more kind of videos like this, but they won't be live. They'll be recorded on Instagram. I mean, on YouTube. But yeah, so thank you for coming. As well as being a childcare expert and international nanny, I also am a specialist in potty training and sleep training. So yeah, that's my field. That's what I love to do. And I also am a nanny mentor, very proud nanny mentor and business mentor to many businesses and nannies. So don't get upset. I got some people here on Instagram, and then everyone down here is on YouTube and Facebook. So hi, welcome. Um, you miss me. Thank you. It's okay. I'll still be here. You can see me on my face on my page and stuff. I just won't be doing the lives. I feel like I've dedicated nearly a year to you guys. I started this in April last year. So 11 months of Instagram lives, guys. Come on. 11 months. And you can always go on my Instagram feed and scroll back on the IGTV and things like that and see all the other lives that I've done. I've done some great lives, even if I say so myself. So if you want to share this, please feel free to do that. Hi to everyone that's coming in. I'm seeing a few new people. So thank you. We are all here for you and all your projects. Thank you. I've got some exciting stuff coming. So that's why I need to just focus and hone in on those things. As you guys know, I had a bit of a delay on my ebook being released, the ultimate interview guide to finding your dream nanny job. I will be releasing that this month. 100% this month I will be. I just had some teething problems. As you know, I'm a new business owner. So with that comes teething problems. You hire people, they don't do their jobs properly. And, so we are, I found a really nice person to assist me. So we are going to get that out for you guys very, very soon. And as soon as I announce it, please support the cause. Even if you're someone that knows a nanny or knows someone that wants to become a nanny, this will be the ultimate interview guide. When I say the gems I've got in this book, woohoo, and it's just practice because eventually I will be writing a book. I'm manifesting that. So thank you for coming to my live. As you know, most of you know, I procrastinate. No, not procrastinate. I do that too. But I also go off topic. This is just Sharda. This is what you're going to get, the real deal. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You're all so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm really excited to tell you guys the next thing. Like, it's proper big. Like, it's probably one of the biggest things of my career, I think. And I'm 17 years in, so imagine. But it's exciting. It's really exciting. So today I want to talk about, I'm going to write the topic down here. Sorry, YouTube and Facebook, you're just going to have to find out after. Hi, someone is watching. I don't know who it is. So could you comment, let me know that you're here? And then I'll say hi. So I'm going to put in here, this one is about child safeguarding and online safety. And as most of you know, we are in lockdown here in the UK. So a lot of people are online. I had to even change internet provider, guys. Let me tell you why. Because my internet was crap. It kept crashing. It kept just stopped working, and it was getting on my nerves. I'm just like, listen, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to run a business, you know. So yeah, I don't have time for every minute turn off, turn on. Okay, so I changed provider, and now I must say this internet is banging. I'm like, hello, thank you very much. Shout out to my internet provider. So there you go, guys. I'm going to pin that right there. So make sure you're sharing this live. I'm just going to go through the comments quickly because I've seen so many of you show me hella love, and I don't like to ignore you. So hi, my little diamonds. Hi, Miss Morgan. That's my guy. Oh, oh, Warren. Thank you, Warren. Hi, Kalisha. That's like one of my favorite parents on here. So, hi, on to bigger and better things. You know it, girl. We'll miss you. Don't worry, you got me in the end, girl. If I ever come to Scotland, I'm coming to see you. Don't worry. And you're beautiful, beautiful girl. Hi, girly girl. Hi, you're on the Third Parent Academy today. Hi, everyone coming in. Let's see. Good luck. Thank you. Amazing. Save me a book, but I want mine signed. You know what? I will sign it for you and send it to you. Just purchase it. And I will do that just for you. Got to get back to the baby now. Have fun. All right. No worries. Take care. Hi from Morocco. Listen, we're global. Okay, we're global. So let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Why you came to my Instagram live. Child safeguarding and online safety. So as most of you know, my memory, I'm doing 101 things. So I like to write notes. So if I'm looking down, you know that I'm looking at my notes. I'm trying to stay on track, and I'm not trying to like digress, which I do a lot. I'm coming to see you, don't worry. So let's talk about child safeguarding. So I was thinking earlier when I was writing up my notes, like, how can I define child safeguarding? And I came up with a sentence that I'm quite proud of, actually. So let me just read to you what I wrote. I said, to me, child safeguarding is an action that is taken to promote welfare of children and to protect them from harm. So it says what it says on the tin. That's what safeguarding is. Now, a lot of people, sometimes when I talk to them, they say child protection. And I'm like, that is an aspect of safeguarding, but it's completely different because there's obviously child protection lists and child protection registers and things like that. And that's obviously down with children that have been flagged up as at risk or potential risk. But that is an aspect of safeguarding. It's not actual safeguarding. Yeah, it's just an aspect of it. Okay, can't speak today. I feel like I should have put my glasses on. Oh God, I sound very bummed then. Yeah, because my eyes are starting to, I can feel them getting a bit blurry. So I do apologize if you see me squinting a little bit like this. I think I should actually go get my glasses. I can't put them. That's the thing. So yeah, so when I speak about safeguarding, I mean it in terms of protecting children from harm or any kind of maltreatment, preventing harm to children's health and their development, which is very important. Child development, very important, and acting on enabling all children, no matter what race they are, to have the best start and possible outcomes in life, and ensuring children's safety and effective care as well. That's very important as well for us home child carers, us nannies that work in the home. It's very, very important that we know about child safeguarding. If you are a nanny and you don't have child safeguarding course, please go book yourself on one. The NSPCC do an amazing child safeguarding course, and there's also, actually, you know what, I shouldn't even plug these people, you know, because they're not paying me, but just do your research. Google Dr. Google, as Angela will say. Ask the nanny. She calls it Dr. Google. So go to Dr. Google and type in child safeguarding courses and make sure you get yourself onto one. I do one every year because a lot of the policies change. And I always want to make sure that I am following the correct procedure, because when I hear stories about Baby P and stories like Victoria Kalimbe, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. So there were so many errors in both of those children's cases. And if people did their job properly, those children still would have been here today. So for me, it's very big that I know if I come into a child that I think is at harm or at risk, that I follow the correct procedure. And if you as a nanny do not know that, you need to go online and, like I said, take a safeguarding course and learn. It's very, very important. These are things that I think a lot of people kind of bypass, but it's so important, because even though for myself, working with high net worth families, celebrities, families that are, very well off, there's safeguarding concerns in some of those families as well. Trust me. So even if, depending on what your target audience is, it really doesn't matter, because if you're working with children, there's a possibility that they are going to come into some form of harm at some point in life. And you need to know and be well equipped with the experience and the knowledge on what to do, because if you make a mistake, it could be like very detrimental, and you don't want that. And the whole point of being a childcare provider is to be a childcare provider, so provide care for children. You know what I'm saying? So going on to my notes, I wanted to also talk about different ways that you can report abuse. I'm just going to get my notes up because I want to make sure I'm saying this right. The different ways. So if the child is at immediate harm, so like it's happening right there and then, you can call 999 and then we'll know, you call the police. But if it's something where the child has come to you and discussed it, or you've witnessed it, that obviously, if you witness it, you'd call the police straight away. But if you witnessed it in terms of, it could be neglect, like repeatedly, acts of neglect, and neglect can come in many different ways as well. I think you need to know, how to report it. So one of the things that I do, and I will be selling this as well. So I will be releasing soon my Nanny Sharz store, and it's going to have literally all these gems that you got here in the lives. You're going to be able to get it in form of a guide, a template, or an ebook. So I have a child safeguarding policy that I will be releasing soon, and you can buy it. It's quite affordable. When I announce that I'm going to be releasing all of my stuff, I will let you know for sure. But in that child safeguarding child safeguarding policy, I make sure that I write down the procedures of, if abuse is seen or reported to me, these are the procedures that I'm going to follow. And in that, you need to have a list of hi everyone coming in. You need to have a list of different agencies or services that you will contact. So depending on, this is for mostly UK nannies, or even in the US as well. This can relate to you guys, because we have things here called boroughs, which I think to you guys will be like, would it be states? I don't know. Is there any American nannies on at the moment? Let me know, because then you can kind of translate for me. So we have things here called boroughs. So London Borough of Southwark, London Borough of Lewisham, London Borough of Lambeth, the different boroughs, and within that borough there's different areas. So what would it be the US equivalent to that? I'm not sure. But you need to make sure you know your local authority. That's what they're called here. Your local authority child protection team. They normally have an out of hours number as well, because if you're a nanny, you probably work long hours. So when you leave work, you still will have access to those services, because I have an out of hour services. Or you can call them. I wouldn't advise to call them on the job. I would wait until you're home if you had any concerns. But prior to you going to these services, probably have a conversation with the parents as well. If it's not forms of abuse, so when I say abuse, I'm going to do a trigger. So please be aware, if you are a victim of abuse, just be aware that what I might say after this might be triggering. So you can leave the live and come back for free. It's just going to be a minute or so, okay? So the different types of abuse, there's obviously physical, there's sexual, there's emotional, there's mental, there's financial abuse. There's so many different forms of abuse. And in the forms of neglect, because I have seen neglect before in a nanny home, it could be something as simple. Hi, the Benz family. Hi, guys. And the Flying Tots, hello. It could be a simple form of, the child is always unkept. When you walk in the house, you go in and the child's in the cot. and the nappy's like really full, and you can tell they've been in the cot for a while, the parents are probably sleeping, or even informed of leaving the child for long periods of time to cry. Like, I think that's a form of neglect. I honestly do. And there's many different ways as well that people can neglect children, and it can be the simplest thing. It could be lack of even communication, the way that you communicate with your child. You talk at them, or you shout at them very regularly, or you do stuff that scare them. If you find children, I'm going to go into the signs of abuse soon, but if you find that children are quite shivery, or quite scared of simple things, that could be a sign as well. But I don't want to digress. If you are suspecting abuse or neglect in the home that you're working in as a nanny, it's very important, like I said, to know your local authority child protection team. Call the police if the child is at immediate direct harm. The NSPCC has amazing resources on this. Please make sure that you go on their website and read, print off, read, even have a copy of it, so if you do forget, you've got the guidelines in front of you. Because sometimes in those, when it happens, sometimes your mind goes blank, some people freeze up. So it's very important to, have these things written down. There's also this is something that I'm going to do at the end, but there's also different services and different organizations that help parents and help childcare providers as well in regards to safeguarding. So I'm going to mention some of them at the end, and none of them have paid me, by the way. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart and just plugging them. But yeah, so when it comes to spotting signs of abuse, very important. There's so many different ways. Maybe if you guys can interact with me here, this will be great. Do you guys, if you want, you can write in the comments different ways that you could spot abuse from children that are being abused or are being neglected. I will list a few, but if you want to add to the conversation, feel free. If you want to request in and add your 6 pence, if you want to answer a question, put it in the question box, feel free. I really like my lives to be interactive, and I want you guys to talk to me and let me know. So please don't fall away. You can request in, you can type, I will read it out what you say. So I would say heightened anxiousness. I've seen, and this is just speaking from experience, just highly anxious children. But when you go in the home, the setting doesn't give off an anxious vibe, but they're very anxious. So that could be signs. Also, if a child is very shy or very reclusive, especially around their peers as well, that could be a sign. Also, the absolute opposite to that as well. If a child is being very loud, but not even loud, just very, especially around their peer groups, like they imitate adult behavior. That is something that I've seen before, and I'm like, you're 2, you shouldn't know that, or what's going on here. Like, I've noticed, or even when children role play, it's very important to listen to that. Oh, child, you will learn so much from children role playing. So that's very important to look out for that. I'm thinking, when I'm giving you these tips, I'm thinking of things within the home. And I know there's different types of signs of abuse or signs of neglect in different child care providers organizations, but I'm talking in terms of in the home, because that's where I work, in people's homes. And this is very important that we know this. So another sign could be sexual behavior of children that are really young. Like, they display sexual behavior or they understand sexual content. Like, and you're thinking, oh, you're not meant to know that. That's very important as well. What else? I'm thinking of things that I've seen. Children, listen to children when they talk, because they will reveal some stuff. Let me tell you that they will reveal some stuff. So listen to them, believe them, never question them about it. Allow them to speak freely. Allow them to speak freely, and always make sure you do not promise to keep secrets. Do not promise to keep secrets, because you have to let them know as well if you're going to share the information that they're going to give you after they're giving you, obviously. Because if it puts them at risk or it puts them at harm, that's not information you keep to yourself. I've heard it before with childcare providers that I know it's hard. I know it's hard because you feel like you're betraying the parent, and you feel like you're betraying, your employer, and I get it, but you need to think of the child, and if that child is at risk, that's what you need to be thinking about. And what would you do if something happened to that child and you knew prior to it happening and you never said anything? Me personally, I couldn't live with that. I would rather people call me all the names in the world if I did something to protect a child than rather me sitting back and being idle, not doing nothing. I'd rather be wrong for reporting something than not be wrong and be right. I don't want to be right. This is probably the only time I don't want to be right. Yeah. So, it's very, very important that when you are thinking, because I had it recently when I talked to a friend that was going through something similar, and she's like, I don't know if I should report it. And I was like, you need to. You can't, especially because the child is at risk, like the child is being harmed, so you need to say something. I just feel like, and I get it. Trust me, I've been there. But ask yourself, if it was your child and someone saw your child being like harmed or abused, what would you want them to do? Ask yourself that. And I don't have children, but I think if I did have children, what would I want the person to do? And so, oh, thank you. Someone sent my life to me. Thank you. I'm on it. So don't really want to watch myself. Okay, moving on. I wanted to talk about online safety because this is something that's very, very, very important in terms of let me leave that there actually. In terms of everyone is at home now. Hi, the modern nanny. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Everyone's at home now, so everyone's online. Let me tell you something, guys. I have been homeschooling for the last 2 weeks with 2 children. They're a bit older, and they are obsessed with video games. When I say obsessed, like obsessed with video games, but they're the sweetest children as well. And they've actually got me addicted to some of their video games. So, they're like, oh, download this and download that. And so my phone now is just full of games. But this is, one of the benefits of working with children. So what I wanted to say was, it's very important as parents, home care. Why can't I talk today? Home childcare providers, that we familiarize ourselves with the activities that the children that we look after or your children are doing online. If your children spend a lot of time on TikTok, you need to master TikTok. Find out the ins and outs of TikTok. I know you're probably thinking, where am I going to find time to do this? But if you're allowing your child to be on these platforms, you need to know how they work, because it's very, very common for children to be groomed online. And I think for me, I take online safety very seriously, because children, they're young, they're very gullible, they're quite naive. And sometimes there's some cynical people out there that will pretend to be children when they're not. Sickening. But it happens, and it happens a lot. So please, when your children are online, you need to monitor that. You need to know what platforms they're on. There is actually I think it's an app called NetAware. Is it called NetAware? Yes. NetAware, net-aware.org.uk. Yeah. That website. If you go on there as a parent or childcare provider, familiarize yourself with that service, because what it does is it gives you a guide of different online games and platforms and stuff, so you can learn about these platforms that your children are on. And it also allows you to monitor your child's online activities. So that's really important. And I saw it the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Who made this up? You know, you see an idea and you think, damn, man, why didn't I think of that? That was one of those ideas. So check it out, NetAware. So as well as children being online, we know that them being online is very, there's benefits to it. They can learn, they be creative, they can be sociable, they learn new skills. Like I'm seeing even children like learning editing skills, and I'm like, how do you know that at such a young age? Or like, for instance, the 2 children that I'm looking after at the moment, the youngest taught me how to play this online game. And I'm looking thinking, how do you know how to play this? You're so young. But he was like, yeah, you do this and then you do that and you do this. And he knew how to master the game. And when I was watching him play, I'm thinking, wow, look how he's just mastered the game. So it's really important that you guys, familiarize yourself with them. And I wanted to talk about the next thing was I see a lot of parents limit screen time, or a lot of nannies limit screen time. I think it's very important to be flexible with screen time because we are in such a testing time as well. I don't think it's important. I don't think it's healthy to be too strict when it comes to screen time. Sometimes it can help you as well as a parent. Sometimes if the child's on the game for a little bit, just get a little bit of peace, but also you can use it to learn as well. It's very good for learning activities. So different ways that you can use this online, or iPads and tablets and stuff like that. But instead of limiting the screen time, know what your child is doing when they're on it, because a child could be on a screen for less time but be talking to strangers on certain apps or games, whereas a child might be on a game for 2 hours or 3 hours and they're just playing on the game. They haven't done anything. So it really sometimes doesn't come down to how long they've been on it. It's what they're actually doing. So that's very, very important. Okay. Ask them as well about sites and apps and games that they use, because you can even, hello, Amoto, Abrante, hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, it's very important because, like I said, when I saw the children I was looking after today, they were using like certain games and stuff. I was like, what you guys playing? Let me see. I want to join. And I started playing to the point where, guys, I'm coming home and they got me here playing the game. They're giving me the code and I'm joining in the game while they're at their house. So, I know, slightly obsessed with it now. But yeah, it's just, for me, it's just, making sure that they're safe. And even like I'm at home and I'm in the game and I'm like checking no one's talking to them in a certain way, or, I'm like, Sharda, get out of nanny mode. But it's still there. It's always there. I think I'm just a nanny, just part of me. It's just never going to go. But yeah, and also in terms of, I'm just going through my tips and stuff, yeah? So make sure you guys are writing these down or taking notes. If you're still here with me, can I see some purple love hearts, please? So I know that you're here and I'm not just talking to myself. I just saw a text come through, so sorry, that distracted me a little bit. Guys, literally up until 2 minutes before I came live, I was on an interview. So I've literally not had a break. Like, I just went straight to the interview, into this. So I haven't really like pause in between. Normally I eat and have a drink, like a glass of water. But yeah, now my voice is getting all croaky because I had no water. So yeah, so bear with me. Thank you, Kalisha. You're like my one loyal supporter on here. So I appreciate you. I thought Let's Play and Learn will be here as well, because she's normally on here and so supportive as well. So moving forward, I want to talk about video activity and social media when it comes to children. I'm seeing more younger children coming online, and I just think it's very important that parents are in the room when these children are online, and also that the parents are aware. I saw I was looking after two little girls a few weeks ago, and their mom had on her laptop, she could see what the little girl was doing on her iPad. I thought that was sick. I was like, how? But she's like, I had to say, like, you spelled something wrong. And I was like, how does she know that? She's all the way in the room. She's like, oh no, I can see on my laptop what she's doing. Like, I can see as she's typing. And I was like, what's that you got? Let me know. Let me know. A woman on a mission, for sure. Let me know. And it's always, like I said, important to check age and content ratings, because you don't want an 8-year-old playing on a 15 rated game. Like, nah. Because there's things that you don't want them to see, and even like you don't want 15-year-olds on 18 rated content, because there's going to be adult related things on there, and if you're 15, you're a child, so you shouldn't be on those stuff. So please bear that in mind as well. Now, if you're concerned that a child is being abused, I just want to go over this a little bit more. If you're concerned that a child is being abused, or a child comes to you and tells you they've been abused, or you suspect abuse, or there's victims of domestic violence or domestic abuse, it's really, really important. Like I said, I'm going to go through the notes again just before we end. Your local authority child protection team. So whatever borough that you're in, make sure you have the details of the child protection team. Okay. If they're at immediate harm and it's an emergency, you want to call 999. Okay. In America, what do they call 911? 991? No, it's 911, isn't it? And then in Europe, what do they call? Is it 111 or 112? 112, I think. And then also there is a national police agency that deals with child protection and online abuse. They're called the Child Exploitation and Online Protection Center. You can go on their website and report online abuse as well. So if your child is experiencing that, that's where you can report it. Also, I was going to say, I'm going to be doing an Instagram live on sexual exploitation. I'm going to be having an expert on here about that, and that's going to be in a few weeks' time. So make sure you guys join me then as well, because that's going to be fire. Like, she's amazing at talking about children being sexualized online, and so many ways that you can what's the word, prevent that from happening. My mind went blank for a minute. So yeah, so, and then obviously you have the NSPCC, who are amazing. They have lots of resources there. They also have a helpline that you can call if you need any advice. And there's loads of other agencies that you can use, and specialist organizations like Stop It Now. They're very good as well. I wouldn't basically talk to the abuser or the alleged abuser about what's been said to me. My eyes are like this when my daughter's on a tablet. Yes, you have to be like, and everything needs to be on loud, no headphone business. Like, I want to hear everything that's going on. It's very, very important. So just to end, I wanted to give you guys some resources of different, I don't know where my notes have gone, different organizations that help parents when it comes to child abuse. So if your child has experienced abuse, or is at risk of online safety, there's loads of different services that can help. So one of them is Family Lives. It's familylives.org.uk. Yeah, Family Lives, they're very, very good. Family Lives is a national charity providing information and support to anyone in a parenting role. There's a helpline, so you're having any issues with parenting, you can call them. They've got volunteers that train that are also parents as well, so they can. Sorry, my back is itching. They can also loud and clear. Yeah, they can also relate to probably some of your issues. So Family Lives, basically, they provide advice on a range of topics, and they also help out with children that are at risk of abuse. So they have a helpline as well, so check them out. There also is the Family Rights Group. They are based in East London, and they aim to help parents whose children have been taken into care, and they provide you with legal advice and a guidance for parents on how to tackle any conflict with social workers. And they work on the behalf of parents. So if your child has been taken into care and you want to get your child back, or you're going through the system, Family Rights Group are very helpful. They can help you out. You know what I'm saying? Stop It Now is also what I mentioned earlier. It's a confidential helpline, and it's mainly for adults who have abused or are thinking about abusing a child. That does happen, by the way. Sometimes adults will openly say, "Oh, I just want to do this or do that." Like, it happens. So, if you know someone like that, tell them to get in contact with Stop It Now, UK and Ireland. Sorry, Kalisha, they're not in Scotland, but yeah. Then we have MOSAC, which is MOSAC. They offer practical and emotional support to non-abusing parents, carers, and families of children that have suffered sexual abuse. They're free. I should have did for this. I should have did a trigger warning in the beginning, but I did a few trigger warnings through this, but I'm going to say it again. This company, MOSAC, they're a free confidential helpline, and they also provide email advice as well, and they cover the whole of the UK. They also offer free counselling and play therapy sessions. Listen, play therapy is so good. Like, I'm such an advocate for play therapy. Are Scotland not part of the UK anymore? Oh, shame, they are. No, they are. They are. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, but they are. But this just says UK and Ireland. So you might have to check with them. You see what's going on with Brexit and everything? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Who's a part of what? Who's a part of who? Who's falling out and da da da. So yeah, moving on. We have NAPAC. Oh my lord, I'm just getting loads of messages. Sorry, they're all coming through. NAPAC offers support to adult survivors of child abuse, physical, emotional abuse, and neglect. So if you are an adult survivor of any of these things, you can contact them. They are the National Association for People Abused in Childhood, and they also have a support line, and they have an online contact form that you can contact them on as well. So yeah, these are all the services that I wrote down on my notes. So I hope this live has been very useful and helped you guys. And if you think it could be useful to someone, please share it to them. Obviously now this is live, but when you watch it back, it's going to be the replay. But you still can feel free to share it on your story, let people know. I'm going to be, like I said, doing my Instagram lives until the end of March, and then there will be no more. And if I do Instagram lives, you're probably going to see me just jumping in other people's lives. But it won't be me here doing Instagram lives or YouTube lives or Facebook lives. I'm just going to be working. I'm going to be working. Listen, work is getting super busy, and from where we March, April, it's going to go through the roof. My diary at the moment is a bit hectic. So, like I said, I don't like to commit to things that I know I can't commit to long term. So by the end of March, I will be ending the Instagram lives, but they will always be on my platform for you guys to watch, for you to share. And I've done so many topics, and I've been doing them since last year, April. So you can scroll back. Anyway, shut up. No, stop. You can scroll back and watch the others that I've done as well. Anyways, guys, see you later. See you later. I'm gonna say bye. Ciao. Ciao, Bella. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Nanny Hookup. Thursdays, 9 p.m. That is gonna be with Angela. So yeah, check it out. Okay, 9 p.m. tomorrow, UK time. Thank you for the purple love hearts. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And remember to share this to your story. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.